Okay, so welcome back. So the first part of this we did the ellipse, and now we're going to focus on getting the parabola and then drawing a few bits around the piggy bank itself, so a few arcs and stuff. So for the second part of this, the curve KMN down at the bottom is a parabola with the vertex at M. So it's quite straightforward, this one, just to get M and get a few points with it. So just something to look out for here. Just make sure that you actually get M and don't take it as being E. So that'd be kind of a common mistake here. So we just put on the measurements here and get this drawn. Okay, so from the center, I'm going to bring this down a small bit. Now this is 20 mil down from E. So 20 down from E, then I'm going to put on the base of this piggy bank. And you can run that line over and back because I want to put on the 2 feet and the 2 legs in a while. And then I'm going to get M up top, and that's 22 mil up. 22 mil, and that's my M. So for any parabola, we want to fit that into a rectangle. Okay, now for K and M, you're told here that it's 54 overall, and that's a center line. So you divide 54 by 2. 54 divided by 2 then is going to be 27. So I'm going to come out here 27. And this over here, then you can measure out your whole 54. And now that's going to give me this little rectangle that I'm going to fit my parabola into. Now for this, if you can, what I really recommend is take 5 points for a parabola. So if you can divide the line mathematically by 5, as in if the line is 20, divide 5 into it, that's going to give you 4 mil gaps. Do so, because that's going to make you a bit quicker in your drawing. If not, you will have to do the line off learning method and breaking it up into equal parts. So just have a look here. Now 27, that's not going to divide equally by 5, so I'll have to do that. And what do I have up here? 42, not going to work either. So I'm going to have to do both. So to do this, line off at any angle, and you're going to put some measurements onto that. Now the key thing is with this, the measurements don't matter. It's just the amount that you put on, and you keep it the exact same. So I'll actually go a bit heavier on that line because you can't really see it on the visualizer. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so put on a small measurement onto your compass and you're just going to swing that off. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and actually that's coming in nearly bang on with the line. So that's it divided up equally, and now I'm going to bring this back, and you need to bring all these lines parallel then. So you join this last point to the end and bring them parallel up. So this should be fairly straightforward for us. So just to show you the setup there for the side and set squares, that's what we have. So make sure that that line is bang on and slide it across, and you can break this line up equally then into 5 parts. What I always do then is I just label it. So that's my first point. That's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that's at the end. You do the exact same thing then up here on the side. So on this one here again, bring line off at any angle, and I'm being conscious here of bringing this out away from the drawing. Okay, so it's not really going to be overlapping with much that I've drawn there, and I can keep this distance the same as previous and mark off 5 again. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 just the end. Okay, perfect. Same thing as before, the last point is going to come up here to the last point on this line. And this is all done really lightly. I'm going a little bit heavier on mine so you can see it on the visualizer. So again, that's my slide and set square setup. So I'm going to hold this one here, and this one's going to slide. Let's keep the angle the same, and lightly bring them in. So this does take a bit of time. So that just kind of shows you how much time you will make up if you can divide it by 5. So again, label close to 1 here. So you go 2, 3, 4, and 5 up there. Okay, my vertex is up here to M, so the ones on the side are going to join to M, and these ones are going to come straight up. And again, really lightly on this and make it as neat as you possibly can. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then all these ones here are just going to join straight up to M. And you can dot the points, 2 dots with 2. 3 will dot with 3. So index the endpoints as you go along. 4 with 4, and I can see that that's there. And finally 5 with 5. and that's giving me the profile for the parabola. And I'll actually zoom in a small bit here because it is quite small. Right, that's perfect there. So I have that profile, and I'm going to lightly do this first. So as usual, make this as free flowing as you possibly can, and around the top here. And again, same old story, I'm going to use an axial symmetry to bring this across because it'll take a lot longer to do it like we've previously done. So again, really light on your sheet if you can. And then M through here is your axis. So check the distances with your compass, so you can start off the really small one here. Now if you need to extend on your lead in your compass, do. So don't be kind of overstretching that. Same story here, get the distance, swing it off. Just make sure it cuts in. And that's two, and then the last one obviously is here. And again, lightly fill in this curve. Round it out to the top. And this whole parabola then is heavy, so I can just heavy that all in once I've it done. So make that curve as smooth as you possibly can. Okay, so that's the parabola. And now I'm going to start filling in a good bit more of the actual ellipse part and what's going to be heavy in this. So once you have the parabola sorted, you can fill in a few bits. So the legs are going to be 20 out either side, and we can just label this in. So that's going to be K, M and N here. So 20 mil, the far side of this is going to give me feet. And then I want to go another 55 out the side here. Now I need to extend on this line. So 55 mil out, and I have a little arc there on that. So 55. I don't have a point for that. And then 20 here. And same story, 55 out the far side here for the arc as well. And I need to extend on my line. Okay, and I can heavy in then here and here, so that's his legs. Now I get a bit of this arc drawn, and that's going to give me where it's going to cut in with my ellipse with the curve. So the center point is obviously here. Extend out to the point, and you're just going to swing it up, and that will run in to your curve. So see the way it's running into my curve here. So I'm just going to heavy from there back. Now the heavy line doesn't come up that great on the visualizer, so I'll go over it a few times. Okay, so that's my heavy line here, and the same old story over here on this side. So center point on the 55, extend it into here, and that's going to stop then. So you can draw it in light, that's your crossover point, and we'll heavy that in and go over it a few times. So I'm going to get the rest of the compass work, so the arcs and the circles done while I'm at it here. So there's the 2 feet, and now you can see then at the, there's a little bit to do here. So the tail, his ears, and his eye here as well. Okay, so we'll get that much done as well. So just when you're looking at this, look out for these light lines that give you it. So you can see here to get the likes of the eye. Okay, once you have this point up here, that's straight cut, and it's across from B, so I have that. Then that needs to join to D, and that's where that cuts with the minor circle. So there's a few hidden bits here that you really need to look out for and figure it out. And even the angle for this is from this point joined into my major axis, and then same for the side here, that's just extended through E. So this here joins down to E, and it's extended on for that angle. So just be looking out for them few bits when you are doing the question. So a lot of it, you mightn't be actually given the measurements themselves. You need to look out for the construction of them. Okay, so this is B. So we'll start off with B there, and we'll do our radius 14 from that. So very straightforward, really. I'm going to measure up 14 from there, because my radius is 14. And we're just going to put in this curly tail. Yeah, you can see that there. Okay, so center point obviously is here. And you're just going to draw this hemisphere here. So it's not a full thing. You're just going to go halfway up. And that's his curly tail. Now, I'll just go over that a few more times just to get the line right into it on the visualizer. Okay, so that's the tail, very straightforward. So we'll look over at getting the ears now. So bring B then straight across. So B has to shoot across over here, and when that cuts in, or actually not just yet, we bring up in from below, and when they cross over then, that gives you the point for the start of this. And then that needs to join down to E. So this point here joins to E to give me the angle. So lightly join that, and also joins to the edge of the minor. Actually, I like to extend this while I'm here to give me the angle. So that's the angle going off up, and then this angle is on the side, and that goes to my minor, the edge of the minor. So that, this line, and then you're told there's a radius 24 there. So mark your 24 on with your set square. And you're going to head in the part of this circle until it cuts both of them angle lines. So just to there, stops here. And again, I'll go over this a few times. So like once you do this, once you have a proper lead in your compass, one side of that should have it heavy. And then just heavy in angle line here, and the same story here. Okay, so that's the ear, and now the eye then is the last thing. So the eye has got from this point being joined right out here to D. So I'm going to join that out to D. And then where that cuts with my major, and actually cuts bang on here as well, that gives me the center point for this circle. And this circle then is a radius 8. So I find it handiest to put on the distance at first, set square, and then set the compass up to that. So this is again a small little circle, so you might have to extend on your nib in the compass. I'll go over it a few times so you can see it. Okay, so that's the eye got, and now you can basically fill in what you need to fill in for the ellipse, so you know what's heavy and what's not. So you can go back over, and this is all heavy, yeah. And it's going to flow right up to the top of the ear there. And then we're going to go the whole way around down to here. It's going to stop there. Okay, so that's everything nearly got now, and we just have to look at the tangents in the next video. So thanks for watching, and hold on.